Welcome to the exciting world of music production with Logic Pro. Whether you're an aspiring musician, a seasoned producer, or just someone curious about the art of creating music, you've come to the right place. Logic Pro is a versatile and powerful tool that can help you bring your musical ideas to life. This beginner's guide will take you through the basics, ensuring you have a solid foundation to build upon. We'll start with setting up the software, making sure everything is configured correctly so you can hit the ground running. From there, we'll dive into the core features of Logic Pro, exploring its interface and understanding how to navigate through its various settings. You'll learn how to create new projects, manage tracks, and utilize the different tools available to you. We'll cover everything step by step, using simple language that anyone can understand. Our goal is to make sure you feel comfortable and confident as you progress through each section of the guide. Whether you're a complete novice or have dabbled in music creation before, this guide is designed to cater to all skill levels. We'll provide tips and tricks that even experienced users might find useful. This guide will equip you with the knowledge to start creating your own music. You'll learn how to record audio, use virtual instruments, and apply effects to enhance your tracks. Logic Pro is a powerful digital audio workstation that gives you all the tools you need to record, edit, and produce professional-sounding music. Its extensive library of sounds and loops provides endless creative possibilities. It might seem daunting at first, but don't worry, we'll break down each element into manageable chunks. We'll explain the purpose of each tool and how to use it effectively in your projects. This guide is all about getting you comfortable with the essentials. We'll focus on the key features that you'll use most often, ensuring you have a strong grasp of the basics before moving on to more advanced techniques. We'll focus on practical tasks and avoid overwhelming jargon. Our aim is to make learning Logic Pro as straightforward and enjoyable as possible. By the end, you'll be confident enough to dive in and start experimenting on your own. You'll have the skills to create, edit, and produce your own music tracks with ease. So, are you ready to unleash your inner musician? Let's get started. With Logic Pro, the only limit is your imagination. Let's embark on this musical journey together and see where your creativity takes you. Before you can start making music, you'll need to get Logic Pro installed and set up on your computer. This process is straightforward, but it's important to follow each step carefully to ensure everything runs smoothly. First, go to the Mac App Store. In the search bar, type Logic Pro X and press Enter. When you see the Logic Pro X icon, click on it to open the product page. Here you'll find detailed information about the software, including its features and system requirements. Make sure your Mac meets these requirements before proceeding. Once you're ready, click the Buy button to purchase and download the software. The download size is quite large, so it might take some time depending on your internet speed. Be patient and ensure your computer remains connected to the internet throughout the process. After the download is complete, open the installer from your Applications folder. Follow the on-screen instructions to install Logic Pro X. This will involve agreeing to the software license agreement and selecting the installation location. Once the installation is finished, you can launch Logic Pro X from your Applications folder. Now that Logic Pro X is installed, it's a good idea to configure a few settings to optimize your experience. Open Logic Pro's Preferences by clicking on Logic Pro X in the menu bar and selecting Preferences. This will open a new window with various tabs for different settings. In the Preferences window, navigate to the Audio tab. Here you can adjust settings like the audio input and output devices. This is crucial for ensuring that your recordings and playback are routed correctly. Make sure you choose the correct input device for recording instruments or microphones. This could be an external audio interface, a USB microphone, or even the built-in microphone on your Mac, depending on your setup. Next, select the output device where you want to hear your audio. This could be your computer's built-in speakers, external speakers, or headphones. Properly setting this up will ensure you get the best sound quality during playback. These output devices are usually headphones or speakers. If you're using headphones, make sure they're plugged in securely. If you're using external speakers, ensure they're connected and powered on. Once you've made the necessary adjustments, click OK to save your preferences. This will ensure that your settings are applied and that you won't have to reconfigure them each time you open Logic Pro X. Now you're ready to create some music. With Logic Pro X set up and configured, you can start exploring its powerful features and tools. Whether you're recording, editing, or mixing, Logic Pro X provides everything you need to bring your musical ideas to life. With Logic Pro installed and set up, let's create a new project. When you open Logic Pro, you'll see a dialog box with different project templates. These templates come with pre-configured instruments and settings for specific genres. For now, let's start with a blank slate. Choose the Empty Project template. This template gives you maximum flexibility to build your track from scratch. Click. Choose to create the new project. You'll now see the main Logic Pro interface. Don't be overwhelmed by all the buttons and windows. We'll go through each section step by step. You're well on your way to creating your first musical masterpiece. Logic Pro's interface might seem intimidating at first, but it's actually very user-friendly. Once you get the hang of it, you'll find that it's designed to streamline your workflow and make music production as efficient as possible. The interface is packed with powerful features, yet it remains intuitive and accessible even for beginners. Let's break it down into manageable sections. By understanding each part of the interface, you can quickly navigate through your projects and make the most out of Logic Pro's capabilities. At the top, you'll find the menu bar, where you can access various functions and settings. This is your gateway to all the essential tools and options that Logic Pro offers. From here, you can open new projects, save your work, and access preferences to customize your experience. Below the menu bar is the control bar, which provides quick access to transport controls like play, stop, record, and rewind. This bar is crucial for managing playback and recording, allowing you to control your session with ease. It also includes other important functions like the metronome, cycle mode, and tempo settings. The main area of the interface is divided into two main sections, the tracks area and the mixer. These sections are where the magic happens. The tracks area is your canvas for arranging and editing your music, while the mixer is where you fine-tune the sound of each track. The tracks area is where you'll arrange and edit your audio and MIDI regions. Here you can cut, copy, paste, and move regions around to build your song. You can also zoom in and out to get a detailed view of your tracks or a broader overview of your project. The mixer, as its name suggests, is where you'll balance the levels of your tracks, add effects, and create your final mix. This is where you can adjust the volume, pan, and effects for each track to ensure everything sounds perfect. You can also use the mixer to route audio to different outputs and buses. On the left side of the interface you have the inspector, which displays detailed settings for the currently selected track or region. The inspector is incredibly useful for making precise adjustments to your tracks. It shows parameters like volume, pan, and effects, and allows you to tweak them to your liking. At the bottom of the screen is the workspace, where you can organize your project and access various tools and plugins. The workspace is your hub for managing all the elements of your project. You can drag and drop plugins, instruments, and effects into your tracks, and use the various tools to edit and arrange your music. Familiarizing yourself with these key areas will make navigating Logic Pro a breeze. Once you know where everything is, you can focus on being creative and bringing your musical ideas to life. With practice, you'll find that Logic Pro's interface is not only powerful, but also a joy to use. Section 5, recording your first track. Now for the exciting part, recording. To record audio, you'll need a microphone connected to your computer. Click the plus button in the tracks area to create a new audio track. Make sure the correct input source is selected in the track's settings. Click the red record button in the control bar and start playing or singing into your microphone. You'll see the recorded audio appear as a region on the track. To record MIDI, you'll need a MIDI controller or keyboard connected to your computer. Create a new software instrument track and choose your desired instrument from the library. Click the record button and start playing your MIDI controller. The recorded MIDI notes will appear on the track. Congratulations on recording your first track. Section 6, Editing Made Easy. Now that you have some recorded material, let's explore Logic Pro's editing tools. The pointer tool, represented by an arrow, is used to select and move regions around in the tracks area. The scissors tool, represented by a pair of scissors, allows you to split regions into smaller segments. The marquee tool, represented by a dotted rectangle, is used to select specific portions of a region. You can use these tools to trim unwanted sections, rearrange parts, and create seamless transitions. Section 7, Mixing your masterpiece. Mixing is the art of blending and balancing individual tracks to create a cohesive and polished sound. In the mixer, you can adjust the volume of each track using the faders. Panning allows you to position instruments in the stereo field, creating a wider and more immersive soundscape. Use the EQ, or equalization controls, to shape the frequency content of each track, removing unwanted frequencies or boosting desired ones. Experiment with different settings to find the perfect balance for your mix. Section 8. Adding pizzazz with effects. Effects, or plugins, are like spices for your music, adding depth, character, and excitement to your tracks. Logic Pro comes bundled with a vast library of effects, from reverbs and delays to modulation and distortion. To add an effect to a track, simply click on the effect slot in the mixer and choose from the list. You can adjust the effects parameters to fine-tune its sound. Effects can transform a simple track into something truly special. Section 9. Sharing your music. Once you're happy with your mix, it's time to share your creation with the world. Click on File in the menu bar and select Export, and then Project or Selected Tracks. Choose your desired file format, such as MP3 or WAV. Adjust the quality settings as needed and click Export to create the final audio file. You can now share your masterpiece with friends, family, or upload it to your favorite music platform. Congratulations on completing your journey through the basics of Logic Pro.